I've been watching Disney's feature films chronologically, and I was delighted when I realised that I'd finally reached 101 Dalmatians. This is, of course, the 1996 live action film. This is directed by Stephen Herek and is written by John Hughes, of course, based on the novel by Dodie Smith. And we have an amazing cast, including Glenn Close as Cruella. We have Jeff Daniels and Jolie Richardson as Roger and Anita. We have Joan Plowright as Nanny, and I have to say, when I was watching it, the nostalgia I experienced with the character of Nanny and Joan Plowright in that role, it just took me straight back to my childhood. We also have Hugh, Laurie, and Mark Williams as Jasper and Horace, and just fabulous cast. Obviously, a live-action version of Disney's earlier animation, and the story is very, very closely followed. And I have to say, it's just an absolute delight. I haven't actually seen this one in a very long time, and partly that's because I don't like... Well, I struggle to watch sad animal films, and for the most part, it's not that emotional, but there are definitely scenes. If you're unaware of the story, it's about a whole bunch of Dalmatian puppies, and Cruella, our evil antagonist, who wants the puppies for herself so she can skin them and make coats out of them. It sounds like a pretty emotional film. There are definitely scenes, and I feel like, I guess understandably, it's a lot more emotional than the animated version because we are dealing with actual live action real puppies, and they're just so adorable. The performances in this are amazing. Absolutely, Glenn Close is the standout as Cruella. The performance is just absolutely fantastic, but everybody did a really great performance. The pacing of the story is great. All of the recognisable elements are there, and the puppies are watching the Aristocats at one point, which I'd forgotten about, and I rather enjoyed. Another nostalgic moment for me is when the kid is playing the video game, and it's a kind of Dalmatian video game. I'd completely forgotten about that moment. The putting of the colours on the puppies' heads, that was very nostalgic for me. So as a film in its own right, really wonderful experience, very, very well done, but also very, very nostalgic. Cruella's drawings as well, I hadn't pictured those in decades at this point, and those images just came straight back to me as well. And this is having not watched it that many times, which is a sign of a very memorable film. The animated version I watched constantly. This one I'd only seen a few handful of times. I don't know if I owned the VHS for this one, or if it's one we just rented a few times, maybe saw it on TV. I've definitely seen it more than once, but not a tremendous amount, certainly not compared with the animated version. But either way, regardless of how many times I'd seen it before, watching 101 Dalmatians now is just such a joy, such a great way to enjoy the story. Obviously a very strong narrative, great cast, fabulous performances, so many adorable Dalmatian puppies. I absolutely love it. If you've seen the animated version and you're curious to see what this is like, absolutely check it out. It is fantastic. If you've never seen the animated version, I would recommend that one first, just because I feel like it's maybe a little bit more classic, a little bit more beautiful. But that being said, if you choose to watch this first for whatever reason, I think you'll really thoroughly enjoy it. I certainly did. Really had a lot of fun revisiting it, and I'm obviously very happy to recommend it.